Welcome to AFC East Shakedown. I'm your host, Tommy. Next to me is Mr. Anthony representing the New Jersey Jets, baby. And then you got Curtis representing the Dolphins. Mr. Juan representing those no good damn Patriots. And then you got Captain D representing the Miami Dolphins. What is going on, fellas? We have arrived week 10. We're pretty much halfway through the regular season. And man, a lot of bad teams, a lot of surprise teams. The Patriots, surprisingly, are in first right now. The Colts are surprisingly a pretty decent team, though they lost last week. But this season's, man, what do you guys feel about the season as a whole, Juan? I'll start with you because I know you want to talk a little bit about the NFL, as a whole, so far. So what's your thoughts, just in general?
That's funny because I have a lot of things to talk about that in terms of my game. So it's very interesting you could do that. Let's just start my game right now since we're there. It could segue into it.
Yeah.
So, sure. So we barely held on to beat the lowly Falcons. And Anthony almost hit it right on the money. Very close, bro. You were very close.
Damn, Anthony.
Very close. I knew they're going to show up to play, but everybody has to remember something because I was not worried about losing that game at all. And it didn't have anything to do with my team. At the end of the day, they are Atlanta. Atlanta does this. How you lose a game off an intentional grounding to go all the way backwards and be forced to punt, only Atlanta can do something that ridiculous to lose a game. So that's why I've never, ever, ever promised. I've never had any doubt we're going to lose that game at any point. Even after Drake May having the worst second half of probably his entire career, because he was god awful in that entire second half. Ever since he had that strip sack at the end of the first half, they had to come down to earth. They, as in my team, had to come down to earth eventually on a letdown game. If this is our letdown game, I'll take it because we have a big one tomorrow. We'll see how we go on that game.
Absolutely. Yep.
But I thought the defense actually, for the most part, played pretty well in that game. That last drive was pretty bad, but we also dropped 3 interceptions in that game. Nobody's talking about that. We dropped 3 picks. Penix tried to lose the game earlier, but we dropped 3 interceptions in the game. And Big London turned into fucking Randy Moss. So, I mean, if he turns into Randy Moss, there's nothing we can really do about that. He even elbow dropped my corner Gonzalez and took him out the rest of the game.
Really?
About when he mocked him. I mean, Drake London was on some shit last week. It was actually kind of, even though it was against my team, was pretty damn awesome to fucking watch. It was awesome. I'm happy for him. But they're Atlanta. And now goes to your question about the entire league as a whole. You see, I've heard a lot of buzz from my stupid fan base about how Drake looked in the second half, and then all of a sudden now, oh no, he went back to being turnover happy. He needs to go back to the basics and do all this other blah, 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 forgetting about the rest of the year that he was damn near perfect for an entire month before the game. And people need to understand something about this league. In my opinion, the league has never been worse in terms of a content, actual in-game product. Like, the games piss me off. For the last 4 weeks has been some of the worst football and the 4 o'clock hour, at least, I've ever seen in my fucking life, to the point where we're like out watching like old WWE, WWF videos while the games are going on. We have to understand that there is this thing that my brother and I say. The NFL has this thing called the suck tax. A suck tax is when you are graded in a curve, like in college, when you have this evil professor who wants to try to fail everybody, so they grade everybody in a curve to make them look like they passed when they really had a 47 in the final. That you have to do that for this day and age because there are like 21 to 22 horrifically bad teams. None of them are good. They're all disgusting. And there's only maybe 10 teams that are okay. Because I'll tell you this, the competition level that we played last week has went up a little bit. But to me, my team should be like a 9 to 8 win team, but we're on track to win like 12 because of the suck tax. The rest of the league is so bad that all we have to do is sit back and let teams like Atlanta fuck up, and we'll beat you. And when we get shut down an entire half, we still beat you because you're bad. So it's been this way to me almost the entirety of the decade, in my opinion. I've been like less and less. I don't know, it's because I'm getting older, and you know how old people, you guys can tell me, how old people kind of go back to the way their glory days were. Like for me, the late 2000s and 2010s, mid 2010s was like the highlight of football for me. So, but after that, like it started to go down. I don't know, it's because I get older. I don't know if I'm about to be in my mid 30s. I don't know if that's the thing, but yeah. In my opinion, like the league in terms of a whole product is not good. However, there are some awesome teams, most of them in the NFC. Like Detroit's really good, Seattle's really good, Rams are really good, Tampa, when healthy, is really good. Like there's some awesome teams, at least in our conference. There's like what, 2 of you, maybe?
Yeah,
Kansas City ain't looking that good. You guys, most of the time, you guys. Indianapolis outside of last week has been pretty good, but they're also a surprise team nobody counts on because they don't have the pedigree. Mm-hmm. So like it depends on the week. I know this week and next week, I think the NFC West teams are playing each other, and all 4 of them are kind of okay. So that might be some good football to watch. But this league ain't shit. My team ain't shit. I've been telling y'all that for weeks. Like I don't believe in this team like that. But since everybody else is so ass, we look better than what we actually are. So
I got it. Yeah, I gotta say,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll agree with you, especially this year. I think this year's and I think I was talking to you, Captain D, earlier this week about how bad like this year, like how many teams are terrible this year. Like there's a lot, dude, and it's like when you look at like the overall league, like you know, wins and losses, like bro, there's so many teams under 500. You got the Saints 1 win, Titans 1 win, the Jets 1 win, Giants 2, Dolphins 2, Raiders 2, Browns 2, Commanders 3, Bengals 3, Falcons 3, Cardinals 3,
exactly.
Baltimore 3, Texas 3. 7 bro, and I haven't even gotten to the 500.
Jacksonville, is Jacksonville like 4-4 or 5-3, something like that?
I think 5-3.
Dude, Minnesota, like it goes all the way up to Minnesota, bro, who's 4-4. I mean, all these teams are under 500. It's crazy. And there's a lot of teams I feel like are underperforming too this year as well. Like, I mean, honestly, like the Lions with 3 losses is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they should have beaten Minnesota last week. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I feel like the Packers are kind of like underperforming some of these games as well. You know, it's crazy. I think that you know, the Texans are underperforming.
Pittsburgh ain't
the
shit,
Ravens,
but they got all those damn wins. Because everybody else is that bad.
Correct. You know, and then you got teams that I don't feel like are as good as their record says, like Denver. Their offense is bad. You know what I mean? They're 8-2. They're the best team in football. Like, come on, they're not the best team in football, but record wise, they are right now. So yeah, I'm with you. It's just a weird.
Well, defense is crazy in Denver. Fucking
their defense is really good. The same with Texas.
Season already. That's fucking insane.
But you could beat them if you have a good, if you have a, you know, you can. Like the Denver's, they're beatable.
Yeah, they're definitely beatable. But I think all teams are. I think that's the crazy thing about it this year.
Yeah, it's just, but there's a lot of bad teams. So I agree with you there on that. And then before we get around to everybody else about the game, there was obviously the trade deadline. And we'll talk
the garbage sale.
The garbage sale. We'll talk to Anthony. We'll jump on it. We'll get with Anthony in a minute. But there was trades, obviously. I said it was going to kind of be busy, and it kind of was. You know, Sauce Gardner went for 2 firsts. That was a really good trade for the Jets. They traded Quentin Williams as well to Dallas. And then other moves as well during the trade deadline. But and there was also a lot of teams asking for a lot that teams were just not willing to give up. And I think like these sellers were they were hoping for teams to get desperate,
being petty and not want to trade with my team because fuck Mike Vrabel. So that's my thing too.
Yeah, I mean I get it. Like if you're a GM, you don't want to necessarily overpay, but sometimes you got to. Sometimes you have to if you want to take that next step. If you really believe,
are you setting yourself up?
Are exactly. You setting yourself up? Yeah, I mean, honestly,
let's do it. Let's go crazy, Tommy. Go ahead.
No, I already did. I did. I did my rant. I did an hour-long rant video, dude. And I'm just like, it's just like, oh man. But you know what? It's crazy. I did the hour-long rant video, and then I thought about it the next day, and I'm like, you know, it wasn't. I wasn't even so mad that they didn't make a trade. I was just frustrated about leading up to where we're at right now, and as an organization, just like, when will you take that detour and do something different to finally? You're in year 9 in, and when, like I was telling Anthony before we went live, I'm like, people don't get, like, bad team, like fans of bad teams are like, what are you complaining about? You're a good team year after year, and it's like, yeah, but you're not, like, in my shoes. Like, yeah, that's the problem. When you're a good team for so long, but you don't get the end result, then it's frustrating. And then it's just like, yeah, so what? Like, eventually you're just like, okay, so we're a good team, but we haven't accomplished anything for 9 years. Like, so as a fan, you want more, you expect more by year 9. So that's my, like, frustration, for this team, because after a while you're like, who gives a fuck? Like, what? It means nothing if you don't win the ultimate things, Super Bowl. So, like, that's my frustration. It's like, when will the coach and GM eventually go, you know what? We had this goal in mind when we came here, but we're year 9 in, and the results are still kind of the same year after year. We got to maybe take a detour, and we kind of got to do something a little bit different to see if it works. I mean, because I'm not going to be mad as a fan if you take the swing, and even if it doesn't work, at least I know you did something different outside your comfort zone. Exactly. And, I'm not going to kill you over it. But if you don't, and then years from now when you're gone and we didn't win anything, I'm going to go, what if? We're going to have a lot of what ifs. Like, what if they did trade? What if they did make that move? Like, so
now we're tasting them off. I hear you.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the frustration part. That's the only thing I would say. And it wasn't so much about the deadline per se, because I get it. Like, if people are asking 2 first rounds for a fucking player, I get it. Like, that's a little bit too steep. But that doesn't mean you couldn't have gone out and gave up a 6 for a linebacker. At least do some kind of improvement rather than do nothing. So that was, I think, my really biggest frustration. But of the deadline. But Anthony, I guess we'll go with you real quick about your trades, because you were your team was actually selling. So talk to us about that. Are we jumping into
trades, or are we going to, because
no, yeah, well, you know what? We'll finish the game. We'll finish his game, and we'll get into that. So talk to us. We'll wrap up the Patriots game real quick. So go ahead and talk. Since you're talking, go ahead with the Patriots. What's your thoughts?
Oh wait, hold on. I have more. My bad. I have more for the game. Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was never worried about Atlanta's offense. You remember me saying that last week. It was the other side of the ball. Because what I like about our schedule leading up to everything is that the last few weeks we played against good defensive lines who win in different ways. So, like against Cleveland, their defensive line is heavy with one generational god and Myles Garrett that's going to destroy everybody. Last week we played against Atlanta, who's speedy and finesse, very fast, very I don't know if I say sophisticated, but like they're really good with stunts because of their speed. And that absolutely obliterated my offensive line. They were fucking destroyed, especially on Wendell's fat ass. He just got annihilated by Atlanta's stunts and their speed. And that's what scared me. Now, this week coming up, we're going against a blitz-heavy defense who's very sophisticated because Todd Bowles don't play games. So I just like to see where we're at in our offensive line. I think everybody was reminded in Patriots land that our offensive line is still a work in progress. Everybody got a little complacent and comfortable and forgetting the fact that we got 2 rookies starting, a 30-something-year-old in the right tackle and a rental at center. They forget that our line is nowhere near ready to be competing with real teams yet, and they got completely obliterated to the point where Drake got sped up and played a really bad half of football. So that's something everybody needs to be looking at. Well, otherwise, like everything else to me was expected. The way it was, like even score was pretty close. I think I said 27-21 or 27-24. That's pretty close to what it was. And thank you, Parker Roma, for that missed extra point. You're the real MVP. Thank you very much. I love it. Give your old team a little bit of a gift. I'll take that. We should be fine.
Terrible
injuries popped up in this game for us too, so now we're starting to feel the brunt of injuries and a pretty bad time for it too, because this is when we really start playing football, and now people are starting to get hurt. This sucks. But otherwise, pretty good, pretty fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully Drake bounce back tomorrow.
Anthony, I think you had the Falcons in this one, right? You did pick the Falcons in a close game.
Very close,
so you were kind of close. So the result was wrong. But talk to us, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue I had here with this game, I did think the Falcons defense would show up, and I mean for the most part, I mean they got some pressure on May, 6 sacks, and this is back-to-back weeks where Patriots offensive line has allowed a lot of sacks. And there's been other games too throughout the year. But you gotta give Drake May some credit. I mean, didn't have his best game this week, but still stood in there and had a 2 touchdown performance. Turnovers, obviously,
some throws at the end.
A little bit of an issue
that we needed real bad.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue with the turnovers, obviously, but against a team like Atlanta, where they, like you said, they shot themselves in the foot a few times. This is 2 times. I remember, I forget what game it was where Penix also had a similar situation down the stretch with the intentional ground. I want to say it was the 49ers game where
I think you're right.
He had an intentional grounding late in the game that very similar to the situation, backed them up on the final drive. I think they were also in a situation with no timeouts where there was a runoff as well. But I could be wrong on that one. But at the very least, you can't intentional ground on the last drive. You know the rules.
Or ever.
You know you're only the second year. I mean, throw it up to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, even if you throw it out of bounds with someone near it, you just can't do like what he did. You just like threw it in front of him to his feet, whatever. That was stupid. The refs are going to call that. But yeah, that's what I thought. I thought this game.
Clapgate. Dumbass Raheem Morris.
Yeah. But then this team.
Oh my God.
Atlanta Falcons did what they're going to do. But yeah, the biggest thing to come out of this game, Patriots get a win, but that offensive line. So one, I mean, I didn't watch the game fully. Like, a lot of times when you get sacks in a game, you look at it and it's like, okay, is the quarterback holding the ball for too long, or is the offensive line just playing?
It's a combination. It's a combination of both.
Right.
Again, I think my line's biggest weakness, which I feel like that's more of a communication issue than a physical issue, is that they can't defend stunts very well. So like the line will fake one alignment, then they'll turn over and hit the hole that's opened up. That happens a lot. And that's how we get beat a lot of the times. So when that happens, that speeds up Drake. And once that speeds up Drake gets a little wary that he tries to run. When quarterbacks try to run and not actually scan the field, that's when they allow sacks and stuff like that. So it's a combination of both.
Yeah. So, I mean, the quarterback timing, obviously, that'll get better with just like more experience and reading the field a little better. Obviously, he's only in year 2. And as even I think now he's finally played full slate because I think he started, week 6 last year. So he's just approaching like that full year of experience at this point. So you would think the timing gets a little bit better, but the offensive line, I mean, obviously that's a concern when you have a young quarterback. He's trudging through it. He's still developing. But the last thing you want is for this guy to kind of reach a point in time where he doesn't have any trust in his offensive line and kind of rushes through decisions, because that obviously kind of has a snowball effect if that starts being the case. But they're doing what they gotta do. They're beating bad teams.
Last week he was fine because he was getting, Myles Garrett was trying to kill him, so he was fine. But then it's just something about last week. I don't know if he felt himself and thought he could stiff arm a fast linebacker. And then once he got strip sack, I guess he got in his own head. I don't know what happened, because he's usually handles pressure pretty well. But last week, about last week, I don't know.
Yeah,
it happens. You'll have games like that. Young guy too. It's a learning curve for a lot of these guys too. So, Captain D, what's your thoughts about the Patriots?
Number one, hello to everyone on the podcast.
What's up,
Captain D?
What's going on? And the chat is live today. Shout out to Beth, everybody,
Alex.
Jessica had some. I think it's Jessica. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. But
Jessica yelling at me and calling me greedy.
Some good insight on some Dolphin stuff there. That's awesome, man. So yeah, this is good stuff. But honestly, I wasn't really watching this game. I was watching the Lions game. My girl's a Lions fan. So yeah, it's like Patriots, Falcons, boring. But I'm sorry. Snooze. Yeah, snooze fest. But I mean, the Patriots did what they had to do. I did not tune in at all to this game. I've got my own drama going on with the Dolphins. I'm trying to. Yeah,
I hear you.
I was searching. I'm trying to live vicariously through the Lions. You know what I mean? I was like, and they couldn't get it done, but I'm trying. I was like watching the Lions. Like, yeah, this is a good team. We had Dan. Yeah. I was living. Yeah, I was
Good
living
until
my
they're
own
not.
I was in my own fantasy world. Yeah. So I did not watch this.
You got a spouse who likes football. You can do that shit. I hear you, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. But but the Patriots. Was there a missed field goal or
Missed extra point?
Missed extra point.
I think, and a
That's why
point, right?
Hey,
Didn't he miss a field goal as well in the game? I think, or no?
Not that I know of.
No.
Just the extra point. Okay.
Yeah.
So
still, not
I
good.
mean, the fact that the Falcons lost to the Dolphins, like in such a bad way, like we kicked their ass that game, and we're such a train wreck, tells you why this game ended up the way it was. And the Patriots, hey, I'm looking forward to this the second matchup between the Bills and the Patriots. This is what I want to see. Who is going to be the king of the AFC East this year?
Dolphins, yeah. Miami Dolphins. We're turning it on this week, going all the way.
I'm hoping,
Kings.
but this is going to be an interesting game. Was the first game not trying to get off the subject, but was the first game in Buffalo? I think it was in Buffalo, right?
Yes.
So this one will be in New England. So
Correct.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to tune into that game and watch that. Patriots are looking good. I don't know how far they're going to get. I think they have a really good chance. Coaching is I love Vrabel. This is looking like it's going in the right direction. I'm excited. I'm kind of looking forward here to that game. I'm sorry to speak on that because it's a little too early, but I'm looking forward to that game.
Oh, for sure. That's going to be a
Patriots,
good fight.
Good job. You took care of business and great season so far. So you got to tip your hat to the Patriots.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Absolutely. No, I did say, though, for me, I did say the Patriots would be in second, like when I did early predictions. But I had you guys around 9 wins, which obviously right now is going to go past that. I think you're looking more like around the 11, 10, 11. But, there's always a letdown game. I think there still could be one. We'll see. I think the Bucks game is going to be interesting. We'll talk about it later, but that one there is going to be telling. I'm very curious how you guys stand up with another really good team. That Buffalo obviously was a really good team you played, and now Tampa. So it's going to be interesting to see how you guys hold up. If you hold up, even if you get the win, man, then yeah, you're definitely on pace to get the 11 wins. So then yeah, and then you're only building more and more confidence too as you guys go through those games. So. Which helps. So anyways, Curtis, what's your thoughts about the Patriots beating the Falcons by 1 point? Falcons, weird team, by the way.
Yeah, well, I thought that they would win more handily, but I didn't know they would go totally insane with their philosophy. I watched pretty much, I think, most of the game, but I went back and looked at some of the analytics, and I have to say McDaniels went McDaniel this week. I'm going to give you some crazy stats. I couldn't believe it. I had to check to see if I was high or something. So, all right, I understand, Madre was out, but you had 33 rushes, okay? But you had 40 dropbacks. And then you were blitzed 57.5% of the time. And you only had 50% pressure, so you actually did better than the blitz rate, which in normal circumstances that would be good. But because the pressure rate was so high, because the blitz rate was even higher, but the average time to throw on 50% of dropbacks was 2.69. Okay, kind of understand that. But McDaniels responded with only 12.5% play action and 5% screens. And he's the master of the screens, and screens take advantage of blitzes. And if you're getting that kind of pressure rate, you want to add action on the football that time. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. It left me hung out to dry. I'd have to go in and see what the pressure rate is minus the screens, but he was holding the ball for 2.69. You take the 5 screens out, it's probably still like 2.5 something, but you're getting blitzed over 50% of the time, and you're calling 17.5% pass rush mitigation. That is malpractice. You go back and you look at the Texans last year with Stroud, and the guy did the same thing, and Stroud got ragdolled game after game. This was a retarded game plan. And it's surprising because McDaniel's a master OC. He's master at calling the screens, but it's reminiscent of what they did when they opened up the season, which is saying, okay, Drake, we're gonna put maximum guys into the secondary to stress it. And he wasn't capable of doing it for whatever reason. I have to go back to the micros to figure out the macro, but this was a terrible game plan, idiotic game plan. And he should have realized, okay, we'll try it in the first half, but when we're not seeing it working here, why do we keep trying to take that square peg and jam it in a round hole? So McDaniels pulled the McDaniel. He better not do it more. He might find his quarterback out for lunch permanently. So that's my
That's a good take. Yeah, you know,
I like that.
It's weird that like our OC does the same thing. Like it's like they go away from what's working, or they don't adjust at times, and it's like, or I feel like they go against certain opponents where they want to do something different. They want to, like, now they're going to showcase, you know, a different style offense or try to do something different against different, like how we played against the Patriots was like, we normally don't play that way. It was really odd, and like our offense coordinator never went away from it, like the whole game. But yeah, this game against you guys, man, crazy. 6 sacks to your 1. I thought.
Well, here's another one. I forgot to put this in, dude. Their average depth of target was 10.9 yards. Clean, 9.3. Under pressure, 14. You get it. Not blitzed. 8.8. When blitzed, 12.3. So, like, what kind of route combos was he setting up with this? It's just, it was full retard, man. I thought I was watching Tropic Thunder when I was going over these stat lines.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my god, classic movie. Classic movie.
I think some OCs just test it against different opponents. I do. I think they try different. And our OC does the same, and I fucking hate it because it gets you caught up in the game, and the game gets a lot closer than what it should be. And I think maybe that's what happened here. McDaniel tried to get a little cute and do things a little different against a different opponent. And Falcons have a decent defense. They have a pretty good aggressive defense. You can't kind of fuck around. Their offense is up and down. That's the problem with the Falcons. So Drake London, good player. He did good. Obviously, he had 118. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, man, you guys got the job done. I mean, doesn't matter how many points you won by. It doesn't matter if they miss an extra point or not. It has nothing to do with you guys. You guys got the dub. That's all that matters. You move on to the next one. You won't even look back at this game. It won't even matter. So, hey, Patriots are doing what they need to do to stay afloat on the AFC East, which is going to be tight. It's going to be a tight race, I think, man, down to the end, man. So that Captain D's
how tight, Tommy? Tight, like you're going to be in second place?
Tight.
That tight?
No, like I think tight, like the Dolphins, Bills, the 1 year in 2023, where it comes down to maybe the last final 2 games of the season. Yeah, final matchup, especially that matchup between the Bills and the Patriots. That's going to be key. If the Patriots win, I think they probably more than likely seal the division at that point. So we'll see what happens, but that's a little whiles away. So one game at a time, right? One game at a time.
You better just watch out this week, Tommy boy. The Dolphins are coming for you. McDaniel's serious now. Did you hear Benito Jones? Listen, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble, and I'm going to tell you why. Benito Jones came out and said the players voted to get the basketball hoop out of the locker room in the cards so now they could dial in and focus on football. So now you're in trouble. We were playing with one hand tied behind our back. Now we put the games away in the locker room. We're ready for 72,000
games are gone. Right. We'll get to that game later.
You guys took the basketball hoop out. The Jets were driving around with a little Mario Kart.
Oh my god. So that was you know what, we'll finish up for the last week's game. So what else? Let's start with the Bills. We'll go with the Bills Chiefs, and then we'll talk to the trade deadline. We'll get to you, Anthony, after this one. The Bills beat the Chiefs. Obviously, that was the game of the week. For the most part, we beat them 28-21. I had them winning.
That
I think
one was not.
I think one.
No,
it wasn't.
Y'all
I thought
beat
we controlled
the shit out of them.
We did. We controlled.
It was not close.
We did. We controlled pretty much from start to finish in that game. But it always comes down still to the last 5. It's just the way we're so like we play each other. These two teams play each other the best. Like it's always down to the wire. It's like a division game. It's turning into a division game with the Bills and Chiefs. So it was funny. That's why I was like laughing at people who are like, oh, the Bills are going to get blown out. It's like, if we lose, it's not going to be by much. Like these games are never blowouts, so it's not going to be. The Bills aren't blowing out the Chiefs. Chiefs aren't blowing out the Bills. Like,
who the fuck is Kansas City to blow somebody out? Who they blew out?
Yeah,
the Raiders,
bro. Well, a lot of Bills fans had. You got to remember, it's funny. Bills fans, like, I get frustrated, but I also know we're still a good team, and I still, want to go. The Bills, they're going to get 40-10, like. I don't go that route. I still know that we're going to be competitive, regardless of how we're, a couple bad losses. So I think Bills Mafia are quick to kind of like just get pissed off and be like, oh, Bills are going to get destroyed. But it's funny, man. Like after the game, how certain fan bases or just media is like, the Chiefs are not what they were, this or that. They have so many excuses, but leading up to the game, the Chiefs are the hot team, the hottest team, and they're the Super Bowl favorites. But it's like we just don't get the credit. It is what it is, man. Move on to the next week. But I thought it was a good game plan. They did exactly what I wanted, which was if you're not going to get the receivers involved, get the tight ends involved. Get Dalton Kincaid involved, which they did. Dalton Kincaid had himself another 100-yard game. It's back-to-back. Feeding Shakir the ball more, which is, look, you have to. He's your number one for now. I like him. He's a solid player. I hope they keep going with this. And obviously James Cook, right? He is the X factor right now with Josh Allen on offense. If James Cook isn't on this team this year, man, I don't know where this offense would be. It would be in trouble. So, shout out to James Cook. I was wrong about him as far as the extension goes. Thank God we did the extension. Because he is key right now to how this offense flows. And then obviously the rest, falls into place a little bit how the run game goes. But I thought the defense looked pretty good. That's 2 weeks in a row now where McDermott is calling plays. And McDermott seems to be having a good eye on what's going on in the field, unlike Bobby Babich. So I like the move. I like the transition. It makes sense. But we lost Michael Hoyt. Michael Hoyt's a big loss, man. I think a lot of people aren't realizing what he brung to the table. He was, I talk about killer instinct, guys that are like just playing out of their mind, like, hair on fire. That Michael Hoyt guy, man, dude, that guy was bringing the juice. And in a game and a half, he had 2 sacks. He already had tied with, I think, or second on the team with sacks. He's only been here a game and a half. So, I just loved his leadership. I loved like his, coming in and doing his job. Really, dude tore his Achilles, went down to the ground, still got up and pass rushed. I mean, that's a tough dude, man. I give him a lot of credit, man, for doing that. Stayed on the sideline, didn't go into the locker room. So shout out to Michael Hoyt, man. But he is lost for the season. Ed Oliver is also lost for the season. So we got a lot of guys out, man, and that's kind of why the trade deadline was a little disappointing as well, because we're losing a lot of guys. So, but yeah, man, we did what we had to do. Got the job done. Yep. Curtis, what's your thoughts on the Bills-Chiefs game?
Well, they were a little bit smarter than them Patsies, because you look over here. Sorry, Juan. I wish I was your team right now, but I got to make fun of you right here. So they were blitzed. The Bills were blitzed 33% of the time. They had 26% pressure, but they had 30% play action and a staggeringly season high 27% screens. And you go back to the game, they really were able to get those tight ends off with the play action. They had, Allen made some moves where he bought some time, but those play actions were soaked up through the protection, but it was scheme oriented. And, again, Cook is just phenomenal. The defense, look, that last drive and a half, that first, second, and third down stop was big time. And then they came out, KC, and they kind of, but I was surprised on the fourth. And I was surprised you went for it on 4th down in the first quarter. And I was surprised that they succeeded on 4th and 17 late.
Oh, dude, after a timeout, too, Curtis. Very frustrating. Yeah. But that's our head coach. Our head coach is so weird with the timeouts. He'll call them, and it's fine, but they never execute after the timeout. Which then why did you even call? It's like we do it all the time, Curtis, all the time. But credit KC, they did call a really good play call, but that's also on McDermott for calling the timeout and giving them more time to get a better play call. And so it is what it is. Like McDermott's not going to beat Andy Reid coaching straight up, and you saw that right there, right? So just a heads up. Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
No worries. But again, KC, they came out and they were running the football, but they made like curious decisions. They started getting fun ball, little pass happy. Some of it was like penalties. And in that third quarter, they really went soft, way too much throwing. I think it was like 19 runs to 34 passes. But I give the Bills credit because they're really leaning into this pass balance system. They understood the pressure. They used good calls with the screens, which was very surprising because you guys never run that much. It's like literally double from what I've done. Allen works it perfectly. So yeah, you guys had a great game plan, offensive line, run game. Defense came up big in spots. Hairsmith or Hairston or Hairstain, whatever the hell the guy's name is, they were surprisingly good against Worthy, man. Really big piece of the puzzle. And if my team was a real threat, he would have done well with Piers against Hill and Waddle. So you guys got you got a lot of injuries, but some stuff coming back. But overall, I think you really played a smart game, and KC kind of wet the bed a little bit. So I thought you'd lose by 3, but you won by, 6 or 7 or something?
A touchdown, 28-21.
Yeah, so good job.
Real quick, too, I got to say, too, because I didn't mention it, Cole Bishop, our young safety, is starting to really come around. He's playing some really good football, being aggressive. Man, he nailed Kelsey. Kelsey went out for a little bit, but he's playing. He's also a guy that's playing really, really well. Got to give shout out to Jordan Poyer. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Poyer's done. But the fact that they brought back Poyer and his role right now is kind of a rotational role with Jordan Hancock. But he's helping out the young guys. You could see the difference when he's out there. And they have somebody to talk to. And that was a great addition. It actually was really, really smart. A lot of people hated the addition at first, but it makes sense. You got young dudes back there. And Poyer's a solid pro, been there, done that. He's not going to be a guy who's going to be upset that, eventually Hancock takes over full time. It's not what he knows what his role is here. And I love it. Like that. Grown ass man doing things. Did you guys, by the way, and I have the clip, Anthony, you sent me, and I'm going to show that in a second, but did you guys see, I don't know if you saw this, I have to show it to you. Did you guys see the Jordan Poyer showing his hands? Like how fucked up they are in his shoulder. I gotta show you that real quick. Let me show you guys. It's fucking wild. Hold on. They just put it on X the other day. I'm like, I think I showed Captain D, right? Yep. Captain D. I sent you that, and I'm like, holy shit. All right, here we go. I got it right here. So let me show you this. All right, let me share the screen real quick, and then we'll move on to Captain D's thoughts. So share screen. Okay, here we go. All right, so there you go. All right.
I got AC with my messed up fingers, bro. That's
dang! Look at those things.
Yeah,
look at his shoulder real quick.
You need to get those things wrapped up.
No, it's good. They don't do. They're just ugly, bro.
Man, that's serious. You look like an O lineman with fingers like that.
No, that's 13. I got AC with my messed up fingers.
Oh, you saw it.
That's
dang! Look at those things.
Like a mutation.
Right?
Yeah, dude. He
it's turning into a frog. Like, what the fuck?
It's bro, his shoulder was like all deformed, like, dude. And it's like that's football though. And that's him. Imagine the guys that we don't know, like the old school linebacker, like defensive lineman, offensive line, bro. I'm sure they're just wrecked. Their shoulders, their bodies, their feet. Like, I'm sure so much to it. I know basketball players have a lot of fucked up fingers from jamming the fingers on the ball, but boy, football players, they usually have the worst fingers, like go sideways and shit. It's like, I had no idea. Yeah, it's nuts, man. So anyways, Captain D, what's your thoughts on the Bills-Chiefs game?
So I picked the Chiefs on this one on the road to pull off the win. But what was surprising and what proved me to be wrong, and I'm going to recap on, I have to piggyback on Curtis, was Maxwell Harrison. That stuck out to me the most. The ability to have that speed to keep up with Worthy and a lot of the speedy wide receivers. That was a huge plus. That really stuck out to me in this game because I did watch this game. And the Bills, I'm sorry, Curtis, I have to piggyback on you again, but they were smart. They ran very well. They used the tight ends. And I'm not trying to go off subject here, but I know a lot of the Bills fans are upset that that Bean did not pull the trigger on any trades, but I appreciate how diligent and he kept everything at home. And if there wasn't anything there out of to spend extra money or go out of a comfort zone, he held his own. So this is the roster that he's going to go with moving forward. I was impressed by that rookie corner. I was very
Harrison?
impressed. I was very impressed. I was very impressed.
That's why they got him, Captain D. That's speed. That's like exactly why they. But he's still kind of learning on the deal with him is he had no very little camp because he got hurt early on the MCL. Yep. So obviously he missed camp, he missed preseason. So he is right now rotating in with Trey, and it's kind of a learning on the job right now with Harrison. So
they did test him that game. They did.
Oh, they did. They did, and he showed up.
They did.
But there's gonna be learning curves though, and that's why I keep telling Bills Mafia, it's like this guy's he's gonna probably upset you at times. He's gonna make some mistakes, but you gotta. It is what it is. You got it. I like the fact that our coaches, to your point, is giving. We're finally going with the youth movement, and you got to get these guys playing time. You can't just keep going with the vets. Then these guys will never learn. They have to go through the bumps and bruises. That's just the way they have to do. And yeah, you're right though. Harrison, he kept up, bro. He kept up with a 4.21 guy. He ran a 4.26 though, so they're not far apart. So, but yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Captain D.
No, that's all I had to say.
Oh, okay. Juan, what's your thoughts on Bills Chiefs?
Joey both.
I know. I think you picked the Bills, faster. Right? You picked the Bills to win.
I did pick you guys, yeah.
Yeah. So I think you were the only one on the panel, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody else picked the Chiefs, right?
I picked the Bills too.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice guy. That's why I like you. I think you're a good dude.
I told you, regular season, you guys got that number. It's the playoffs, you guys
great guy. Great guy. I knew getting you on here was a good thing, man. You're a good guy.
This bullshit.
What? You shut up.
I know Scott doesn't like my therapy sessions, but
oh, Scott, yeah, he's been playing his weekend out. He says, Scott, be nice, man. Be nice to Anthony.
Like, what do you want? It's an AFC Shakedown. It's a round table. All I got is my therapy session.
Talk about everybody. Yes,
these fucking Jets over here. I do got a video that the Mario Kart thing that Anthony sent over, so we'll go ahead and play that real quick. I haven't even seen this thing, so let's see here. Before I get copyrighted here for the paint job song. This is what you guys do? Are those
explains a lot. We live in life now.
Oh my God. You're a one-win team. You're fucking Mario Karting it. Oh boy. What? Your coach allowed this?
Apparently.
What the hell is going on there?
Not good.
Bro, that should be thrown in the garbage. Yeah, obviously. Now I see why.
Try and beat us in Mario Kart. You got your asses.
Oh my God. That you can't have that's I don't know if I've ever seen that. But yeah, that's wild. Yeah, having a great time while you win one game. One game so far. Woohoo! Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, so that is it for last week. Let's get to the deadline real quick, Anthony. You guys obviously are the ones that made the move. So in this division. So talk to us. Well, actually, the Dolphins made one move. So we'll get to you first and we'll get to the Dolphins. Yeah. Go ahead, Anthony. Talk to us about your moves, man. What you like about them.
Yeah, so the Jets were loud in this trade deadline. Obviously, the two big moves, but then they also made another smaller move last week. I'll talk on that a little bit. Sending Michael Carter away for a pick swap, and then also acquiring John Mechie from the Eagles. Freeing up $9 million in cap space. The Jets have a wide receiver room issue. Behind Garrett Wilson, there's just a bunch of no-name guys. They needed some bodies in there. Then you get into this week's trades where Sauce Gardner going to Indy for 2 first-round picks and Adonai Mitchell, a guy who a lot of these draft experts had as a first-round pick potentially in 2023. Hasn't lived up to that stature. I think he ended up getting picked in the second round by the Colts. Another receiver. So the Jets are trying to build up that wide receiver room a little bit with some bodies that are better than what they've got. Again, it's not saying much because the receivers are trash behind Garrett Wilson. But these are guys that both second-round picks over the last 3 years, some potential, probably need a change of scenery. And then obviously Quinnen Williams going away to Dallas for a first and second, first in 2027, a second in this year's draft. So the Jets are dealing with some real draft capital, 8 picks in the top 45-ish over the next couple of years, if you kind of consider where Dallas stands right now. And then obviously you expect the Jets to be picking in the top 10 next year, most likely. And then also freeing up over the next 3 years, $120 million in cap room because of these two trades. It was a move I feel like needed to happen. The Sauce one kind of shocked me. Quinnen Williams, I kind of said was probably on his way out in the offseason. They get ahead of the chains on that one with getting him out a little bit sooner, sending him over to Dallas. But the fact of the matter is these players are probably don't fit the Jets' window at the moment in time. Trying to hit on Spin's comment here because he's talking about it.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I agree. The AD Mitchell was a throw-in, but it's still a player with some upside at an area where the Jets needed some help at receiver. I'm not saying they got a second-round pick as well. I'm just saying the fact of the matter is last year we were talking about this guy in that light. Anyway, but the Jets need to move on from Quinnen, and the Sauce one. It was just they got a Godfather offer. If you're getting 2 first-round picks in a situation for any player that's a non-quarterback, you almost have to say yes to that kind of situation. And the Colts were aggressive. They made the move happen. And what I'll say about this is it sucks losing Sauce. Quinnen, the writing was on the wall, but the Jets are so talented. Like from when you look at this team, you almost question yourself as to how the hell is it that they only have 1 win? And how the hell is it that they've underachieved over the 3 or 4 years that, Sauce, Garrett, et cetera, have been in the league with this team? Brees.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
And the Jets aren't winning. So, I think it kind of touches on what I'm talking about here. Sauce is in a really, really good corner. You can say he's elite in his coverage skills, but the fact of the matter is he doesn't make game-changing plays. A lot of Jet fans early in Sauce Gardner's career put him on that pedestal with Darrelle Revis, and that was definitely premature. Darrelle Revis was an absolute animal. He was following the number 1 receiver all game long, and when you threw the ball up there, he was going for the catch. He wasn't just going to break up the pass. He wasn't going just to make it incomplete. He was going up there and he was going to beat your guy for the ball. And he was going week to week with guys like Andre Johnson at the time, Randy Moss multiple times a year, Calvin Johnson held him to friggin' 3 catches, 17 yards. This was a player that we put on a higher pedestal than he needed to be. And I think he kind of personifies, and this isn't like an indictment on Sauce, but he almost kind of personifies like the Jets have so much talent, but aren't reaching that like next level. He has so much talent himself, but then just doesn't make those game-changing plays. And he was in a situation with Saleh where this team kind of built themselves on one excuse after another. And, he's been that way himself too. And I hope things work out better for him. And indeed, he's going to a team with 7 wins. But this is the absolute move that the Jets need to make. They have plenty of ammunition to build this thing around. And they also find themselves in a situation where because of this trade, they're not desperate for a quarterback anymore. Like they don't have to go into 2026 and draft a quarterback. They have 3 first-round picks in 2027 where if you pick best player available in 2026, you don't trust one of these quarterbacks, you have 3 first-round picks in 2027 where if there's a quarterback you love and you're not in position to go up and get that guy, you have plenty of ammunition to go up and trade up for that guy. Ideally, I'd like to be picking that guy and not trading up all his picks, but they have a 2-year window to figure out who the hell that quarterback's going to be and make that decision and make the smart one is the overall hope for this whole team.
Kyler Murray.
That's
fuck that, man.
I'm hearing that name. I am hearing that name floating around. That would
you can get Tua. Get Tua. Give us 4 picks for Tua.
It would be. I hate to say it, though, Anthony. I do, but it would be such a Jets thing to do to get one of these guys, Tua or Kyle Murray. Like I don't know what it is about the NFL and certain teams that do these quarterback carousel where it's just like they just kind of just float around and teams just don't draft. They just pick. They trade quarterbacks basically. Hey, we'll take we'll take Tua, we'll take Kyle Murray.
I mean, that's not really fair though. The Jets did with Rodgers, but that's 2 years.
Yeah, but I'm not just you guys. I'm just talking about in general. Like teams like to do that. Like, but I will say you are right. You have enough draft capital now. Don't be stupid and just draft a quarterback for shits and giggles. Like if you get yourself a vet if there's not one available and get one next year. You know what I mean? Like it's not the greatest quarterback class coming out. So if you're not, you're not top, which you look like you might be. But I think, dude, I'm going to tell you, Juan could be right. That's very interesting. I am very interested to see what happens.
You're going to draft that Kyle. Miami kid, the pass
If you
rusher,
do, you ain't drafting shit. Yeah, you ain't drafting no quarterback. You're right. We'll see. That's going to – okay, so just curious. How upset would you be, though, if Kyle Murray was the guy going to the Jets?
I'd be laughing.
I'd be pretty upset.
I'm gonna be laughing very hard.
Oh my god!
Now, if he shakes free out of Arizona and you want to bring him in on a contract, whatever, for just a security blanket type of deal, if you want to go out and get one of these quarterbacks that's a little bit unexperienced, like Ty Simpson and Dante Moore, and have Kyler Murray be like a stopgap for a couple of years, I'm fine with something like that. But I'm not trading draft capital for Kyler Murray to be your franchise quarterback. Fuck that. I'll take one of these young kids, let him develop, work with this team a little bit. I am not.
I'm just preparing you now, man. I'm preparing you now.
I have a bad. I don't mean to be that guy, but Juan may be right, bro. We'll see. I mean, look, man. I like you, buddy, man. What's
Could you imagine that, man? Oh my lord!
Oh, look at Curtis being nice. So anyways,
we're getting ready.
2 first-round picks for Murray. They're turning it around. They found their star quarterback.
Anthony's like, God no. Curtis,
he's not having it. We just ruined your day.
Anthony's already thinking about it. He's already thinking about, damn, what's this? What's this video I'm about to do about me ranting?
Oh, that was so good.
No,
dude. Curtis,
no Kyler Murray. No fucking, I don't even know, man. Which quarterbacks are available? This Joe Burrow's name's this Cincinnati's not fucking trading Joe Burrow. Get the hell out of here. What are they trading Joe Burrow for? His name's
Burrow. Or you could get Flacco back. All right. Curtis, what's your thoughts on your Dolphins?
Quarterback for the future, Flacco.
Your Dolphins traded. Talk to us, man. You didn't make some trades, but you did move on from Phillips. Uh-oh.
And now he got
listen. There were reports that Stephen Ross, he liked McDaniel for more than this season. I was like, I think he's just in there for the tank, but I guess you never know, right? So then we got rid of Phillips. I thought that was a good deal, man. It's very hard to get really top tier talent on a guy that's injury history and his 5th year. I thought that was a good job. I'm like, maybe I got a shot for sanity and hope. And then we find out nothing else happens. I'm like, what the hell? Then it came out that Chubb and his representatives were made known that the trade was happening and they committed to this season, but they didn't commit to next season. I'm like, what the hell? Then it came out from some pretty decent resources that the NFL is like, what the hell is this team doing? They got no clue to what they're doing. And really, when you look at it, why would you commit to Chubb this season, but not next season, unless your goal is to win games this season? So they basically kept the team the way it is. Jets got worse. Saints look like garbage. Daniels is out at the Commanders. It looks like, I don't know if it's true or not, but it looks like Ross is trying to set his man McDaniel up for a slight little bit of run here so he can keep him going the next season. And McDaniel comes out. Then McDaniel comes out and he goes, they asked him, like, well, how did this trade process work out? He's like, well, I was with the money man and I was with our temporary GM, Champ Kelly, and we were working it out and we were constant communication with ownership and the leadership, and we were pulling together as a think tank, kind of usual of what we've done in the past. I'm like, what? Why was McDaniel, who you're probably going to supposedly fire, involved in stuff that revolves around the future? Why is there a think tank pool over here of guys, including ownership and then Ross's son-in-law, who now is getting into the pool? What the hell is this? Is this like, team building moment where everybody puts their thoughts in? And I said before, this is what Ross does. He loves divisions of power and corporate structure. And I was like, oh, we're freaking screwed. Think about it. Why do you go get Champ Kelly in here? And then you're cutting them purse strings off Greer. The roster sucks, so he's probably getting axed. So if you get Greer in here, and then you go supposedly hiring that right GM with a real search for GM, you're talking early January. So you brought him in for 2.5 months? It doesn't make any sense. The only thing that makes sense is they're trying to create a scenario where they can fire Greer. They can maybe get rid of Tua to make the fans happy and make McDaniel look good enough. And they're going to keep Champ Kelly, and they're going to rerun this thing back in 26 because Tua's contract's too big, unless maybe Ewers shines or they draft a quarterback and then they can run a crap team out around Tua and make him look super bad so they get more street cred to get rid of him and give McDaniel more time. It looks like they're just trying to create a scenario to keep McDaniel long term. And the future is going to be a retool, which means going to be a crap tool. It means going to be a plumber working on the toilet to get the crap out of the toilet for the next couple of years. And so essentially we're doomed.
Damn, Captain D, maybe one of the, man, I don't know. You might be alone in this. I don't know how many Dolphin fans are wanting McDaniel back, but you are one of them. So I'll give you that, but talk to us about the Dolphins and the trade and McDaniel, all that crap.
Well, I'm gonna pedal back a little bit. I'm gonna say the Jets did a fabulous job on what they did, and I think if you go back and look, Mike Florio commented on, because the trade deadline came up. There's been some reporters that the terminology that has been used on these trade deadlines and what teams are doing. So terminology like fire sales or business going out of sale. The Jets, this was not a fire sale. They acquired a lot of assets back on what they gave up. And if you look at Sauce Gardner, as much as we are enamored by the chains and the look and what it might be, Tommy, he was a tug. I mean, you taught me he was pulling jerseys, bro.
He took a step back too. I think a little bit. He's still really good though. I still think he's good.
Good.
I think
he's say this,
but he's a little handsy. He is a little,
he's a little handsy. He's a little handsy. Yeah. And Carly, I don't know who's calling the shots for Indianapolis, but I know the X-Men retired, but this was a stretch to give up. You have something good going here. I mean, you really do. But to give up 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, what are you thinking? I don't know who made the call on this. Maybe it's her. She's on the sidelines taking notes. That's awesome. I love to see that. I don't know who's calling the shots, but the Jets. Let me stay focused here. You guys got a lot of assets here between Sauce, Quentin. The biggest question is, what is the leadership going forward going to make with those decisions? It's just like the Dolphins. Where are we going forward with this? Who's calling the shots here and who's picking what? So that's a whole nother issue. The Dolphins, I think they did great with Jalen Phillips. He was up for a contract. We were going to have to make a decision on him at the end of the year. We weren't going to pay him. This guy's had serious injuries, Achilles, a knee. He was he medically retired in college. But you know what? He was struggling a little bit this season. He was getting to the quarterback. He just wasn't finishing. But I think this made sense on the aspect of the Dolphins weren't going to pay him next year. If we get a 3rd-round pick, it was amazing. When I saw the trade, I was like, this is great. You know what I mean? But we weren't able to execute on other trades that we should have. That's a business decision. Whether we couldn't get what we wanted for Chubb, for what we paid out, we gave a lot of bad contracts out during last season in the offseason for a lot of these players. What can you do? We're in the midst of having a new GM mid-season. These are business decisions that are made. What can Champ Kelly do? You know what I mean? If someone's offering us a 6, you guys could use a pass rusher right now. Tommy, I mean, why not Chubb? But it didn't add up. It didn't add up. So we have to count our losses. We are dealing with losses right now. It is what it is. That's what it is.
Takes 2 to tango too, I think, though, too.
Absolutely.
Like, and, contracts come into play, and the Chubb, I don't know what his contract is, but I'm sure it's maybe a little bit higher than what teams want to take on.
Well, here, Tommy, listen to this. This is the deal.
Look,
this is the deal, Tommy. So he's got $23 million guaranteed left.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Dolphins move off him pre-June next year, they've got to pay all of it. So if they want to get rid of him, it's got to be post-June, and then they're going to have to pay 11. So you're talking about $13 million. But the problem is they're broke, so they're going to get wins maybe with him this year, which is not conducive to a long-term build. And then even if they're high and they think that they can succeed next year, you're compromising next season because you can't use that money till post-June, so you can't use your free agency, and you got 36 guys on the roster.
Sorry, we got the comments.
No worries.
What?
So it was basically about $13 million. Split the difference. You're going to have to pay 11 anyway. So go pay the extra 5 or 6, and then you can get yourself a 5th round pick or a 4th round pick. And the stories came out either saying Ross wanted too much or they were offering too little. I don't know the deal, but it doesn't serve you at all for the future. It doesn't. It was just a bad, and you couldn't get Minka. You got a 3rd round pick, basically in value. Go get yourself something. The future is not next year. Anybody who thinks the future is next year is smoking crack and just got a free lobotomy at CVS. We're talking 2027, maybe 2028.
Yep.
Anything other is crack opium, So it was just.
No, I get it. Especially like seeing what the Jets did. Getting all these picks.
If you think about long-term future, the Dolphins are positioned to be 4th in the division. I mean, Patriots looking. They got an edge. You got an edge. And from a cap standpoint, we have no money over the next 2 years. They got $200 million. The Jets, not next year, but the year after that, and all these picks. So if you're looking at like long-term prognostication, we're 4th.
Yeah, but this is why you got to find yourself a good GM and it's going to take time.
But they don't want to come. Who wants to come here with Ross and his buddies? My son-in-law thinks we should go get this guy, and let's have a voting process. There's 5 of us in the upper management, and there's the coach and the GM. Well, look, we won.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to the style and profiling and the Buddhist man So we'll go ahead and since the Dolphins, we already talked about the Dolphins game last week. Obviously, we want to talk about that. We'll go start with Juan. Who's your style and profiling? Who you got? Who you booing in your game?
Shit. For booing, I'm booing Michael Wendell again. He was just our right guard. We're paying the dude like $19 million, and he's barely an adequate fucking guard, dude. He's playing like shit this year.
You want me to hit him? You want me to hit a boot? You want me to hit a boot for
him?
If
you want. I'm okay with that.
Boot this man.
He was the one who got beat on that first strip sack that turned the game around. It was him. So he's fucking. He's been bad. Styling and I didn't even think about this. That's irresponsible of me.
Oh my God, Juan.
Very.
Juan, what are you doing here?
Unbelievable.
I'm just thinking about other things.
Too busy at the Bills.
I moved on from the game, dude. I don't really care.
Too busy at hanging at Bills.
Demario Douglas.
All right.
He had a career day. Got 100 yards. Got a touchdown. He's been great. Demario Douglas. There you go.
There you go. All right, Anthony. Who you got, man, in your game? Who you booing? Who you styling profiling?
We didn't play last week, but I'll give style and profiling.
Yeah, but come on, you got to. Yeah, of course you do. You had trade deadline. Who are you booing? Who's styling? Yeah, come on now.
I'll style and profile Muji. Making those trades, bringing in a lot of draft capital. Yeah, it's the normal circle of life for the Jets. You know, you get all these assets, you pick a bunch of players. A couple years later, you train these players out, keeping that cycle of hopium going. But for a team that had very limited draft capital because of all the stuff they did when Rodgers was here, he really kind of refortified that with these trades. You know, and he's getting universal praise for those trades. You can't really, fault him for sending away Quinnen, fault him for sending away Sauce. They got plenty of ammunition to work with, and for a lot of Jet fans who are down on this team and feeling like shit about the future, well, we're back up for a little bit.
Right.
April will be our day. And
anything you want to boo about the bye week? Yeah,
we haven't played a game in 2 weeks.
Come on, you got to boo something in the bye weeks. Anything. What are you booing? You booing that Mario Kart thing you saw?
Do nothing. Leave him alone.
No, he has to do something.
Johnny's bullying him around, man.
I'm gonna bully him around.
Back-to-back victory Mondays. We got 2 for the price of 1. All right,
hey, you're good. You're good. Fuck out of here.
All right,
leave that alone. We gonna boo you.
Hey, what? All right, style of profiling. I'll give it to. I'll go Dalton Kincaid. I thought he played really, really well. A second game in a row, he had 100 yards, and then Joey Bosa's. Yeah, dude, I was wrong about him too. That's a good signing. He's so far, knock on wood, he's staying healthy for the most part, and he's producing. So good for him. Boo, Sean McDermott on stupid timeouts that still do nothing. Giving up 4th and 17 after a timeout. And by the way, the reason he called it is because he got the defensive play calling late, which is his fault. He's a defensive coordinator now. So, I'll boo that because that's unacceptable. 4th and 17. Anyways, let's get to this week's games. Let's go ahead and start with the Jets and the Browns. Exciting game here.
Let's go. Take the under.
Go ahead. Talk to us about this exciting game and give us your score prediction. Yeah, it should be real quick.
So first game after a trade. So when you look at teams, especially teams that are kind of rolling in the wrong direction, a couple of things can kind of like reignite the locker room. It's usually a coaching change, or if there's critical trades like the Jets did, sometimes that it kind of like sends a message to the locker room like things got to be different, things got to change. These guys weren't part of the culture, whatever might have you. The Jets made some big time trades on that defense side of the ball, which was already terrible on the season. It was awful. They're going up against the Browns, who they have a good defense, sure. Their offense is awful. If you can keep them in check in the run game, then, they shouldn't be able to score many points. And the Jets, I think there's a big test for the offensive line. For the rest of the year, obviously, you can't really judge the defense. Defense is going to suck because of all the players we lost. You might have a couple games here and there because, I mean, let's be real. Glenn is a former defense coordinator. You'll probably get a few games there. But the real judgment of the rest of the season is going to be on the offensive line. And obviously these players they brought in with these like limited roles, can Adonai Mitchell be someone you can bring in as like a third receiver to what will eventually be hopefully another first round pick at receiver in the future. But the real test is on the offensive line. And there's a big one, obviously, with old fashioned going toe to toe with Myles Garrett. Keeping him in check sometimes is letting him get 2 sacks type of thing. I mean, you can only do so much for that guy with that guy. But I do trust the Jets a little bit in this game from that offensive line standpoint, going toe to toe with the run. The Jets have been good in the run. They're in the league in rushing yards per game. When they can get the ball moving on the ground, they are difficult to stop. The real question is which Justin Fields are we getting? Are we getting the Justin Fields that played against Pittsburgh and played against Cincinnati, even though Cincinnati's defense is awful? Or are we getting the guy that played against the Bills? Are we getting the guy that played against Panthers, the Broncos? History says after a good game by Fields, he usually rebounds with a couple of shit games. So my thoughts are probably going to get a little bit more of the other Fields, but I think it's going to be bad weather. It's not going to be high scoring. I think the Jets' run game will do just enough in this game to pull away with a win. So I'm going 13-7 with the Jets on this final score.
Yeah.
Man. Scott, by the way, he's booing your Mario Kart for you.
They will come out with the Mario Kart around the field on this game.
But dude, I swear to God, dude, if that happens, if your player pulls like a Marshawn Lynch, but with that fucking Mario Kart thing on the field, that would be fucking great, bro. You got to do that. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. Have your coach go out with the fucking Mario Kart thing. That would be fucking phenomenal. I would love it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that right there would be a great season if I'm a Jets fan. Like that right there, it makes up for everything. But anyways, Swan, what's your thoughts on this game score prediction? I know it's not
flying shit.
Well, you gotta give a score prediction on this great game. One of the games of the week. Who do you got winning at least? Who do you got?
You gotta get ready. We're playing you on Thursday. You gotta see.
You know what's funny about that?
Oh boy!
Funny about that?
Let's go.
Before the trade deadline, I was like circling that game. Like, bro, we need a letdown game, and this is a short week. Like, yo, we
can
could
see
probably
Fields
lose that
doing
game.
some
But
things
now that
against
I
the
traded the
Patriots,
defenders,
for
I'm not
sure.
sure anymore. I was actually a little scared of that game.
You better be scared.
I'm not even more scared. We're playing with fire under our ass now.
That's right. Justin Fields, baby.
Let me go ugly ass. Let's go 11-8 Jets.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Something horrific.
2 safeties.
Something. I'm going with it.
You're going Jets again. Wow, look at you. You got two. Okay.
It.
By the way, the Browns are favored in this game by 2.5. Captain D, what's your thoughts
on the road?
On this?
Crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Two really bad teams, but the Browns have a good defense. I'll give them that. They are scrappy. Captain D, what you got, man?
Man.
I know.
This is rough.
See, it's not just me. See?
Yeah,
I get it. There's not a lot to talk about here.
This is rough, but I'm kind of on the same page as Anthony. I don't know. Organically, that's how I'm feeling right now, and I've been wrong a lot this year with my picks. I've called out, but I have to go with the streak of I picked the Jets. I think it was last week or the week before.
They're playing the Browns. What the hell does that mean, Scott?
I know, and it's the Browns. It's at home in New Jersey or New York, or is it New Jersey?
New Jersey, get it right.
I'm looking for
New Jersey.
We don't root for the Blue Jays over here.
Whoa!
No, yeah, Captain D. You got the Bills claiming to be a New York team, but they're friggin' hosting for the Blue Jays.
Hey, we're friends with the Blue Jays. You leave us alone.
We're
good friends.
the real the New York team, but let's root for the Blue Jays.
Screw that Yankee
We're
team.
in New York, but we're rooting for the Blue Jays when they play
Nobody
New York.
likes the Yankees.
I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one.
Oh,
it's at home. As much as I don't want to, the Browns are just as bad as a disaster right now as the Jets. But I do believe, a lot of people have been calling out the Browns coach. He's a great coach, but they're a hot mess too. I'm gonna go with the Jets at home. Fireman Ed, bring him out.
Fireman Ed.
Does he turn what? I don't know what he's turning there, but he's turning something.
Doing something.
Yeah, he's doing something. But
he's turning the page.
Okay, he's turning the page. I like that. This is the start of the turning of the page. I like it. I'm gonna say Jets. This is gonna be a low scoring game. I'm gonna say Jets 13, Browns 11.
I got 11 too. Hey,
I have 11 too.
Oh my
God. Hey,
Curtis, are you gonna change the script here? Are you going Jets as well?
Well, I'm really at a point of I'm struggling because I look at my schedule. I got Commanders, Jets, Saints, and who the hell is the other team? Another team out there I think we could beat. So I want, who is it? Yeah, Bengals. So that means we can get 6 wins. So I don't know. I don't know what to do because the Jets, we play them. So do I want them to lose for my tank bowl coming up with the Jets, or do I want the Browns to lose because they've got 3 wins or 2 wins? So I don't know who I want more, but I think the Jets should win it, but I think they're in tank mode. I think there's something going on there, whether they're going to coach something stupid like they did with us with the man coverage, and blitz out the yin yang, which totally doesn't work. So I think they're in tank mode. I think that they're going to throw this sucker. I think some way, somehow, whether, Glenn gives somebody a hot shot of sleep pills on the way out over there to lose the game or whatever. They're going to lose. I think Browns win it. I think maybe 14. I'll say 14-10.
Okay.
I think the Browns are trying to win. Yeah. I think the Jets are trying to lose.
So
that's a great point.
Browns?
That's a great point. Yeah, he's going Browns. Last time you guys convinced me on a bad weather game to go low scoring, and the fucking Browns demolished the Dolphins, scored 30 points on them, I think. I'm not going that right. Listen.
The weather changed drastically.
Fuck that bullshit. I'm going, listen, the Browns have a good defense. The Jets are fucking bad. The Browns are terrible too, but I think the Browns, the advantage they have is the defense. And I don't trust Fields. That's the advantage. There's only one advantage here. It's the Browns defense. At least Myles Garrett is a game wrecker. He's going to get after Fields. He's going to make some. That one. The one thing they did against you is the only thing they had was a defense.
But they care. I don't know if they're going to care anymore either. We'll see what happens.
No, I know. But I still feel like the Browns are more. They had that advantage. Are more grittier.
I think you're using too much logic, man.
I just see. I'm telling you that I feel like they're.
You're right,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go way against all y'all's picks. I'm gonna go Browns 27, Jets
27
10.
is crazy.
Oh,
I know. I'm a crazy guy, so I'm gonna go 27, 10. Browns here.
Let's go.
I think they are built. For this environment, if it's a shitty game, they're going to run all over that fucking Jets team. But I do need the Jets to respond well the following week and just beat the shit out of those no good Patriots. So this is good. I need this loss for them to get mad.
Like the Patriots best run defense in the league. I don't know who's going to touch them move the ball.
All right, let's go ahead and get to which game's next. Which game is next? It is the Patriots and the Buccaneers. All right, we'll start with you, Juan. Patriots and Bucks. Big test in Tampa Bay.
Big test, and they're off a bye too. At home, very, very tough.
See, Scott, I'm with you, brother. That's the
most realistic. One of the more realistic scores you said.
Yeah, I like it. But you got to add 10 more points to that. But anyways, go ahead.
Whoa. 30 is crazy.
Yep.
It's a really big test. This is tough. What I like though is that we had a bad game last week, so maybe Mike Vrabel will do his magic and coach the crap out this team for the stupidity that Drake May was doing. So I actually do predict for Drake May to have a pretty good game. What the test now is for him is his pre-snap reading is going to be a big test because Todd Bowles does not necessarily do whatever the defense shows before the snap hits. This is a very sophisticated defense. Todd Bowles knows how to dial up pressure in different ways that Drake May's probably never seen before. So this is going to be him and McDaniels versus Todd Bowles is the chess match for this one. That's crazy. You haven't done that for your team in like 7 weeks. And
Scott is super excited about your team. 99-0. He's a believer. You can see he's a believer.
Waiting for that matchup. Defensively, they still don't have a receiving core for the most part, and Buccaneers. Bucky Irvin, I believe, is still not playing. Their lineman is still hurt. Baker's hurt, so like I'm not entirely afraid of that offense going crazy. Baker's hurt in his legs, so he won't be able to scramble like if he's Michael Vick anymore. So I think the final score, I like Tampa. I just said I'm not afraid of the offense, but I actually like Tampa 27-21 to win this game.
Tampa winning. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa. I don't like my matchup pre-snap. I think those blitzes are going to get to me, even though I think he's going to have a good game, but not good enough to finish this. And it's going to heighten my concern that they're asking a little bit too much of a second-year quarterback as good as he has been. Because I don't trust my line
on the road, though. You have no loss.
We haven't lost the road yet. I know.
Okay.
I think it's going to be an awesome game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome game. We're going to be in it the entire time.
Is Evans back, by the way? Sorry to cut you off. No?
It's the chance after the year.
He's out. Oh, dude, then that's a key loss, bro. That's a big loss for them.
Godwin's not playing either. They have no receivers.
Oh, dude.
His first game in his career without 1,000 yards receiving.
That's tough,
because he got knocked out.
And you still have
one.
Not
okay. An offense like that. But we'll see what McDaniels has. So like Curtis was saying, he was calling him retarded. Let's see if he does the opposite tomorrow and have a nice game plan to help us out. Because he sounds like he kind of owes us one. But Todd Bowles scares the living shit out of me. That's my X factor. I'm very, very, very scared of Todd Bowles and his blitz schemes. I don't think anyone dials the blitz better than him in the NFL right now. That's what I'm scared of. So Tampa 27, New England 21 is my final.
Okay. Captain D, what you got in this prediction for the Patriots Bucks? And by the way, Captain D loves his Tampa Bay Buccaneers subs from Publix, so he's probably going with the Bucks here. But go ahead.
I was gonna go with the Bucks, but now, so this is like the biggest. In boxing, there's always tests. As a fighter coming up in the rankings, there's always a test. And I think this is a big test for Drake May. You know what I mean? It's like that one semi-contender. Maybe he was a former champion, but he's going to give you a tough time before you get to the big times. But the Bucks are tough. They're coached very well. Todd Bowles. I don't like the fact that Bucky Irving. I know Mike Evans suffered that horrible injury a couple of weeks ago. Poor guy. I shouldn't say poor guy, but I mean, that was a rough injury. Broken collarbone and a.
That's right. I don't know why I don't remember that. Yeah, he got concussed and broken.
And that was bad.
And he had the catch.
Yeah,
he had
the injury.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, as well.
But they do have some other nice pieces. This is a tough game. I'm not really putting much into the fact that the Patriots are on the road, because it's going to be some beautiful weather down here in a little bit north of us in Tampa.
I also heard that like half the stadium might have my fans. Like a lot of tickets are bought from my fans.
I'm going on a whim here. I'm saying the Patriots freaking pull this off.
So I hope you're right.
I'm going with the Patriots on this one. Todd Bowles, he's a great coach, but I believe in Vrabel. Drake May, I think. I don't know. There's something about this Patriots team. It's going to be a very close game. I'm going 28-17 Patriots on this one.
Ooh.
The Bucks are just not fully weaponized like how they usually are. And even though Todd Bowles is a great coach, they're missing some key components here. I'm going with the Patriots on this one.
Okay, Anthony, what you got, man?
So it's tough. I don't know. I do have legitimate concerns with the Patriots' offensive line. You're not going to win every week, allowing 5 sacks a game. That's what it's been the last 2 weeks. And I lived Todd Bowles for a few years when he was the Jets head coach. He does his thing sometimes. He'll have the blitz package ready. He'll get a little bit of a lead, and all of a sudden he'll change it up to a more softer defensive play call, which could work in the Patriots' favor. I mean, it almost gave us a win against Tampa earlier in the year. That's the thing I have with Bowles. He's a good defense coordinator, and Bucs are doing good out there. But I think a lot of that has to do with the offensive stability over there with Baker now at the quarterback. But Patriots are on the road this game. I think I kind of got to lean Bucs on this one a little bit. If that offensive line plays better for the Patriots, then obviously things can change. But I think this is a game where if it's a 1-score game, usually Baker figures out a way to kind of get himself on top in those situations. So I'll go with the Bucs in this game. I'm gonna go 24-21.
Okay, Curtis, what you got?
For me, the Patriots stopped the run. Besides Wirfs, that offensive line's terrible. They lack real potency at the receiver group. Mayfield's kind of banged up. And, it depends to me. Is McDaniels going to go McDaniel this week and try to flood the secondary? They'll be in trouble if they do that. But if they just take a simple playbook, run that football, play smart, use some play actions and timely screens, they should win, because that offensive line just been, when you look at this week, the week that just passed, that's not a conducive environment for an offensive line and quarterback. And Tampa's they've got the defense. It's a dangerous defense. And if they try to do that cute stuff, like let May figure it out, then I think you're going to get swamped. But I can't imagine him to do it 2 weeks in a row like that, seeing those results, letting May get the hell beat out of him. I don't know what the thought process. So they're probably going to turtle up a little bit more and probably figure, hey, my defense isn't going against, because Atlanta has a good offensive line. And that changes a lot of stuff on the defensive side. But this week, that offensive line's trash. And if they can stop the run, Tampa loves to run the football. They run for attempts more than yards. And so that means Baker will be in thirds and longs or be off schedule with that front, with the lack of talent. I mean, got Gonzalez. I think Patriots win. I think it'll be like 24-17.
Okay. I got this game close, man. I think the Tampa's defense is on point this year. They're pretty 15th in the league. They're 5th in sacks, though. And New England is not great with that number, allowing sacks. So I think they're second worst in the league. May has the second most sacks in the league. So not great as far as that goes. And there's a little bit falls on the line, a little bit falls on May as well. So that obviously needs to be cleaned up. But you're going against an aggressive defense, also a rested defense. So they coming off their bye. Tampa's going to be rested in this game. Baker Mayfield, even though he's a little banged up, will be a little bit more rested. They're at home. I think this is really close, and it really could go both. New England could win this game. They could, so that's how close I got it. I'm going to go 27-24 Tampa Bay, but it could go the opposite way. It really could. I think this is going to be a really, really close game. So we'll see what happens, and it could come down to the last, whoever has the ball last.
I think it is,
to be honest with you. Yeah, so it'll be one of the, I just don't see it being a lopsided game. So it'll be interesting for sure. And this is a really good test for New England's offense going against a good defense in Tampa. So that's going to be interesting to see too if they clean it up as far as allowing sacks. Exactly, and a really good head coach as well. So That's interesting. So now on to a division game. And I do have a little thing. It's about 5 minutes long. So since it's a division game, we're going to play this real quick. Curtis and Captain D will enjoy this little old school rivalry here video that I had, put on my channel a long time ago. But here we go.
One would be hard pressed to find two cities
yeah.
more opposite. Lifestyles more different.
Look how old this is. That bullshit Miami. Boo. Fucking Miami. Look at that crap. Beautiful. Pretty boys over there.
That's great, Tommy.
Right now, I think it definitely compares with the Bears and the Packers and all the other rivalries. We hate each other. I think that's the bottom line. Hatred. It's a very competitive fire,
Hey,
a lot of our guys don't like some of their guys.
Hey, now.
Guys don't like us.
He hated us.
It's just a competitive game each time we play. I have a few friends on the Dolphins, and if you throw a couple of those out, it'd be one where I wish I was playing linebacker and playing against a guy I dislike because I'd like to smash him up in two. And I'm sure they feel the same way.
First game I played in was a Buffalo game, and we had a great game.
Hey.
And everybody was so intense because of the rivalry between the two. And you can just feel it in the atmosphere when you're out there playing. These guys don't like each other, and it's just intensity because they are probably the two best teams in the AFC.
Making fun of us, huh? Bastards.
Do you ever worry about repercussions that's going to be bulletin board material for the next time you have to play the Bills?
Well, I'm hoping that they look at it like that, take it that way, and get a little offended and a little pissed off about it because, that just makes me play harder. We killed the Buffaloes, you know what I'm saying? We shot them in the head and them off the prairie.
Damn. Terrible.
Dolphins' favorite Christmas carol. Beat the hell out of the Bills.
From our standpoint, we don't want anybody else to do our dirty work. If somebody's going to do it, we want to do it. So I guess that's the standpoint that we took about his T-shirts. He needs to take care of his own business.
That's right.
If anybody's going to beat us, I let them go ahead and try and do it.
When I do talk trash, I can back it up. So, I don't worry about it. I just look at it this way. They're going to be guys that talk. The only thing is, when he opens his mouth, you just insert your foot.
We're trying to take something away from them that they want.
Hey,
They've been there before,
wait a minute
now.
now.
To take something away from
wait
us
a minute now.
The Super Bowl. So
there he
is.
is.
That's where you get in the situation where they don't like
there
us
he is.
we can take something away from them.
He looks so young, man. He's in his 30s.
The Dolphins, more so than it would be to Pittsburgh or Houston, without a doubt. I say that just like I did because I mean it. This is one where I think everybody in this football team, you ask each individual, and they'd say they'd rather lose to any other team except the Dolphins.
There's nothing like the heated Bills-Dolphins rivalry to bring out the best in Buffalo fans.
Look at our cool fans, huh? Buffalo. Oh, you wish you were there.
Not all fans, however, fit the Bills' macho stereotype.
True.
Oh, what's going on here?
Buffalo.
What does she do?
We killed the Dolphins. Squish those
What is going on
I got a
here?
nice big old fish here. We're going to stick it on the grill and smoke it. Smoke it. It's gonna burn.
On this gloomy day, Bills followers had other fish to fry, but their focus was fixed on Dolphin linebacker Brian Cox, who all week had been denigrating the good citizens of Western New York. His trash talking was designed to give his teammates an emotional edge, as well as bait the home crowd.
Keep yakking while you're on your back.
Were you just kidding what you said about Buffalo, city of Buffalo?
Hell no. Hell no. That ain't gonna change. Even when I die, that's not gonna change. And I don't kid about stuff like that. I'm a man. And I say what I feel.
Ready to go.
Right.
Shit, it's time to go out there to play against the Dolphins. We gotta go out there and go shit. Really true, we're gonna beat their ass. Point blank play, period.
Here's the Landry.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Miami.
And now extracurricular and the flags fly. Landry went in there late, and it looked like he headbutted one of the Buffalo Bills. Leonard Johnson and Landry mixed it up 2 weeks ago with Buffalo a bunch, both involved in this skirmish. Sean McDermott.
There's Richie down there.
Kenyon Drake just threw a Bills helmet across the field.
We'll get back to Orchard Park, New York. Here's Josh Allen.
Oh, come on.
Scrambling. Almost. Kiko
Is that Kiko?
Comes in.
Yeah, it's Kiko.
Why is everybody fighting? He didn't even touch him. Oh, he tried to. That's
Extracurricular activity doesn't bother me because they won't see each other until next. Suffered some type of an injury on this play. We have Teddy Bridgewater in the game right now. Tunga Vailoa, oh boy, getting up. Oh my goodness, that's an awful sight to see. They will take him to the sideline.
It's
not going to be any picnic, brother. It's going to be a war. Be ready. It might be chilly.
All right, so that was a video.
It's amazing he went back in that game.
I know.
Oh, dude, crazy. But man, it's been, dude, growing up, Bills fan, Dolphin, going against Dolphins. Bro, that was a rivalry for sure. We hated each other for the 90s were great. Not now though. You guys are pretty terrible. It's not much.
Watch out, Tommy. Watch out, Tommy. 92 billion D chest is coming this week.
Yeah. So let's get to you, Curtis, on this game. What's your thoughts? What's your prediction?
We're gonna lose.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Next.
No, look.
Give us score prediction. And we'll get
if we can run the football, if McDaniel can have the intestinal fortitude to run the football, it could be something. The problem is if you go look at your guys' stats, your pass defense goes from like 188 yards to like 135 on the road. Your points per game goes from like 24 to 14 points a game. You guys are playing great on the road, but if you look at us, we suck at home on defense. We give more yards, more passing yards, slightly more points. Our offense does run the football a little bit better. We have a slight tad uptick in points, but I'm expecting a lot more Bills fans there than usual. A lot of Dolphins fans not showing up. And maybe if we can run the football, take advantage, because you guys are just going to put your edge guys out wide, try to slow down the edge runs, play pass, and tactically blitz. But that's why we got to hit the interior. You got Oliver out. You got Daquan's kind of dinged up. You got Dion in there, who's kind of nobody's big. But you got the two good edge guys. We got to run that football inside. We got to run A, B, C, D, and E gap.
And we're
run
bad
a
against
lot.
the run. Yeah, that's not our strong
Yeah, you're like
point,
28th, 100. So that's really it. If we don't do that, it's going to be a blowout.
All right.
And so I'm thinking we lose 31-17.
All right. Captain D, what you got, man?
Well, first of all, I want to say shout out to Brandon Bean for being for standing his ground, and I'm going to touch on that as I give my prediction here, because he has made a decision that and I commented a couple months ago on Tommy's podcast, and I said elite quarterback play is it's the ultimate. It's another Thanos ring that you can wear, and what I mean by that is, if in this game, even if the game is somewhat close and we can run the ball like Curtis said and do what we want to do, Josh Allen has owned us for the past couple of years. Why? Because he is an elite quarterback and he can and will take over the game, and we will succumb to Josh Allen because he's an elite quarterback. So
yeah, that
is the difference maker in this game. There's a lot of different pieces. We're getting Jason Marshall back. We're going to move him from the nickel over to possibly the boundary. He's a rookie. We're obviously Phillips we've lost. There's going to be some other guys trying to step up. Yes, we're at home, but we are a team that are still trying to find and identity now, not just what we are as a team, but moving forward, which makes it even worse. So I see the Bills in this one. It's going to be Bills. They're going to be there in the stadium. Call it what it is. We are a melting pot in South Florida. You can say whatever it is. Good job for the Bills. You guys are showing up. This is an easy win. It's going to be 34-21 Bills.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Captain D. You're a good guy. Juan.
What? I didn't get a good guy because I predicted you to win. What is that? Screw you.
Curtis,
Bills lose 99-0. I changed.
You're always a great guy. You know that. I don't need to tell you, but Captain D sometimes he picks against my Bills. So we have a little, back and forth there. He picked against us last week. Juan, I know you're excited about this game. You're texting your friend right now about this game.
I was watching a video of Reggie Miller with Lethal Shooter.
You're watching Bills Dolphins highlights. I know what you're doing.
Fucking Reggie Miller just blah blah blah.
You're watching Josh Allen throw all over the field against the Dolphins. It's fine if you watch Josh Allen highlights. I'm not mad at you.
I have a superior guy playing quarterback position in my team now, so I'm going to watch that.
What's your score prediction? I know you're excited. You could just give
Bills
a score
99-0. Continue.
99-0. The most points ever in an NFL game. You heard it here first on the AFC East Shakedown. Mm-hmm. I love it, man. It's NFL records. That's what we're setting on Sunday versus the Dolphins. Anthony, do you feel the same way? 99-0 record setting win that Juan just said.
Anthony, wait a minute. Anthony, show me some love here.
Sure.
I don't see nothing. I will say this is a rivalry, so we can't discount that.
Okay, here we go.
Bills are traveling to Miami.
All right.
Miami, they can put up some points. They got Tua there. They got Waddle there. They got some weapons over there. Bills got Josh Allen, but no big deal, right?
Okay.
At the end of the day, Bills are just
damn it.
Bills are just walking into this game. They're gonna walk out. I don't think it's gonna be like 40-17 or anything crazy like that. But I'll go 30-17. I think Bills have been known to keep their foot off the gas once it gets to a blowout territory. So I think they stop around 30. Dolphins, yeah.
Yeah, it's a division game. Believe it or not, we've had some close games, regardless of how poorly the Dolphins are playing and how great we've been, but whatever the case may be. So I think we win this game, but I don't think it's like a total dog walk. We'll probably win 30-3.
Whoa.
I'm just joking. It's gonna be 30-17. I'll go 30-17. I think we probably give up a late touchdown there to get it to 17. But I just think the Dolphins right now, they're having a tough time over there, and they're getting rid of players. Obviously, at the deadline, they understand what they need to do as far as winning, which is not to win. I would hope they do. I mean, it sucks to as a fan to want to lose, but you really need to lose.
It would be Dolphins that we somehow win,
right?
No, win just enough to get to 7 wins.
Crazy.
And to answer Callie's question up here, he asked me something about would I worry if we lost to the Dolphins. Yes, absolutely. You can't lose those games. So to answer your question, yes. If we lost to the Dolphins, not the season would be over or anything, but I'll tell you what, the AFC East will be done with, so you can fucking scrap that. But yeah, this is a game that they should win, and I believe they will win, as long as they don't change the script up on the offensive game plan. Keep it how you've been doing it over the last 2 weeks. Same with the defense, and we'll be just fine. So yeah, that's what I got. And guys, any rants before we get out of here?
No, I'm just gonna do a Thursday prediction. Patriots win.
Oh, that's right. Let's get that prediction over. I'm sorry, Juan. Go ahead and get that prediction done real quick. Go ahead, Juan. What's your prediction for that game?
17-10 Patriots. It's gonna be an ugly, disgusting, horrific game. The Jets are gonna play good, and we're gonna play like dog shit because we just went through a war at Tampa Bay, and we have to fly all the way back up to fucking New England. So they're gonna beat us up a little bit, but I think we'll still pull it out.
17-10 Jets. That's what Juan has.
No bullshit.
Okay,
17-13 Jets. 17-13. The Jets are gonna score 13. Score 17.
17. Sorry, I made a mistake. 17-13 Jets, says Juan. Captain D, what do you got?
No, New England wins
17-13.
But they're gonna play good. They're gonna show up in that game, and we're gonna play.
You heard it here first. The Jets are gonna show up in that game. Captain D, go ahead.
Towards that game.
Gonna kill me. Go ahead. Yeah, might as well.
For that game, I have New England 24-6 on that game.
Oh my god!
You like my team more than me, dude.
What a nice guy!
I don't give the Jets any chance on that game.
Oh, Anthony, look what he's doing to you.
What are you doing? Are you that upset? I picked the Bills. Are you that upset when I picked the Bills? I had you send in, you thought I was gonna pick the Dolphins. My bad, Cotton D. Hold on, brother. Come on.
Curtis, what do you got, man? What do you got
I think the Jets tank to stay alive. Will stay alive. 21-10.
All right, Anthony, what do you got, man? I know you got the Jets. Go for it, brother. Upset. No. Jeez.
I got 24-10. I just don't know which Justin Fields we're gonna get. I don't even know if Justin Fields is gonna be playing that game. He's week to week himself. He can be benched any moment. But yeah, like I just don't know what to expect out of this team on offense. That's my concern. Yeah, 24-10 Patriots in that one.
All right. I'm going with Juan's prediction. I got Jets 17, New England 13. I think this is one of those games. I'll go a little higher though. Honestly, I'll go Patriots win 23-10. 23-10. I think the Patriots are just a much better team. The Jets are.
Thursdays are weird, man. That's why
they're bad. They are weird, and it's a short week, but they're both teams are coming off and I'm going to tell you right now, the Browns are going to get after the Jets, so they're going to probably be.
But they are going to get beat up. That's true.
Yeah. So it's going to be gritty. Right. It's going to be one of those games, but the Patriots are just a better team, a better coach team at this point, much better quarterback. So there's no way the Patriots lose. I would be shocked if the Jets somehow found a way to win in New England, even if it was in New Jersey. Huh?
You don't think Fields gets the edge over May?
I don't think Fields is much better than
you think we get the edge there?
Browns quarterback. Huh?
You don't think if Tyrod Taylor plays, we might have a quarterback advantage?
No. No. Anyways, guys, no rants, right? Everybody's done for today. So we appreciate you guys. Once again, everybody in the chat. You guys brung it today, man. Thank you guys. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you, Anthony. Captain D, Juan. Man, Juan is so people miss the grumpy Juan. I'm seeing, by the way, in the chat. They want grumpy Juan back. They don't like this happy, cocky.
You're not gonna get it unless something happens to me. If you get hurt, then I'll be grumpy Juan.
Then grumpy Juan returns.
Well, he keeps getting sacked 5 times a game. That's not a red.
I mean, he's on. Yes, he's true. He is on pace. Yes, true.
All right, he's on pace. You heard it here first. All right, so anyways, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you guys next Saturday at 12.
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Peace.
Thanks.
Yes, Jets.
Go Bills.
Bye-bye. See, Peter, he's too fast. You gotta tackle me. It's B. You gotta press B. I'm pressing B. He's too fast. Going over here? Going over here now? Never get tired.